What's up, people? What's going on? I.O.B.A. Institute of Black Awareness. This is the Awareness Channel, and I'm TC. So let me change my glasses right quick, cause I'm well, pissed off right now. All right, here we go. So I just found out that YouTube took down Jason Black's channel, the Black Authority, TBA. I love that channel. I've been listening to it for a good 10 years now, and they did it because I'm guessing because I haven't read the actual material yet, but I'm guessing that they did that shit because of his response to the video he put up about that New York Times article where this woman author, I had written her name down, I forget her name, really doesn't matter. Um, Wrote all of this bullshit about ADOS, the movement, the people who founded the movement, and what her opinion is on the movement itself. Now, the article, I read the article from top to bottom, and it's filled with bullshit and misinformation. And so Jason Black went line by line down that article and explained why it's bullshit, why this lady didn't know what the fuck she was talking about, and why the mass media is coming out against the American descendants of slavery movement. Now, I got to tell y'all, man, listen, for the umpteenth fucking time, American descendants of slavery is a lineage. It is who we actually are. And for people to be getting pissed off about us identifying themselves is wrong on a bunch of different fucking levels. It's wrong on so many levels it ain't even fucking funny. One level being the fact that nobody wants anything to do with us. And when I say nobody, I mean no fucking body. I mean people from the Caribbean, people from Africa, people from, other parts of the world get over here and try to come at us and treat us like shit, like pure fucking shit. They got us labeled as thugs and hoes and hoodlums because of all of the bullshit they see on TV. When none of them actually take into account the fact that the majority of us are hardworking people, just like everybody else in this fucking planet. Another level where it's fucked up is that there are anywhere from 25 to 30 million American descendants of slavery. Now, I came across some shit last night that said a hashtag. I think it was on Facebook, in my Facebook feed, where there's this ADOS is trash hashtag. When he say ADOS is trash, he ain't telling us nothing new about this. African dude's got this channel up. He ain't telling us nothing new about how they feel about black Americans. You know what I mean? I'm like I said, man. I've been around this shit a long, long fucking time, and they never gave a fuck about us. They never gave. They always thought they were better than us. I remember back in the late '70s and early '80s when motherfucking Africans didn't would give us their fucking ass to kiss every goddamn chance they got, while at the same time benefiting off the programs that we fought for. It ain't nothing new when you hear one of them motherfuckers say American descendants of slavery. You're talking about a group or a demographic comprised of some 30 million people is trash. It's no fucking surprise to me. Now, they are another level where it's wrong on is that in Africa, shit's so fucked up for anybody, any working man until I don't see how they could throw stones at it. I mean, they got Christianity run amok over there in some places. They got tribalism. They got, all of the wealth in the hands of a few people, handpicked by their fucking colonizers. And don't get me started on the fucking colonizers. I mean the French getting paid 6 ways from fucking Sunday by what? More than a dozen African countries because of this continuation of slavery pact that they signed. You got motherfucking African presidents over there ordering 100 BMWs and 25 Rolls Royces just so he can have them. This kind of bullshit going on all over that fucking continent. And they come over here and tell us, American descendants of slavery, that we trash. Another level that is fucked up on is that how in the fuck are you going to even begin to try to tell American descendants of slavery, black Americans, that we have no right to stand up for ourselves? Because ain't no fucking body else going to stand up for us. We get people out here, our spokespeople, like Jason Black, like Tariq Nasheed, like Antonio Moore, Yvette Carnell, and others, Claude Anderson, and others, who speak up for us, and they telling the truth, and they get dogged out and shit upon by people who came here as immigrants. The fact is, everybody that comes to this country, another level where it's fucked up is, everybody that comes to this country from someplace else feels like they got a leg up on the black people. All of them told to stay away from the black people. All of them told that we the lowest of the low in this country. We the lowest caste. And everybody seems to want to keep us that way. So we fighting hard. We fighting hard to come up out that shit. We fighting hard to represent ourselves. We have no illusions about how long it's going to take to get white people to pay us for the stolen labor and the stolen intellectual property. We ain't got no illusions about that. Everybody's talking that shit. Well, y'all ain't never gonna get it. Y'all ain't never gonna. Oh, it's throwing this negativity into the fucking into the process and into the movement. But guess what? That don't mean we ain't gonna continue fighting for it. That don't mean it's never gonna come to fruition. We can think that shit into being. But motherfuckers who have given up and accept the status that the white man put them in, well, they don't see the need for us to even fight for something. So I'm saying it right now, man. These motherfuckers can kiss my ass. I'm going to continue. I thought about checking out of this whole goddamn battle when Michi X and Tariq Nasheed started, whatever issue they got going. I like, fuck it. And then when I listened to some of my coworkers talk and how defeated they sound, I was like, fuck it. But you can't do that. You can't do that because you got to realize that fully 60, it's probably down a little bit now. I'm not even going to say 60, but about 40% of black Americans have no idea that a war is even being waged, let alone how to fight it. But at the end of the day, we all we have. And anybody that don't understand that American descendants of slavery is a particular group of people that's owed a lot of blood money. Anybody that don't understand that, well, then they education level and their intellectual level is seriously in doubt, and I question that shit. I question that shit. I question their intellect. So there's that. And like I said, they took down Jason Black's channel. That's some bullshit right there. That's just straight up motherfucking YouTube bowing to the pressure. See, because if you go to like a place like YouTube, if you go to their offices, you're going to see a bunch of young white boys and a bunch of motherfucking East Indians and shit like that up in there. And they're the ones that write the algorithms that decide what stays on and what doesn't stay on. And for some reason or other, the algorithms decided that Jason Black's motherfucking channel needs to come down because of the response he gave to the bullshit article from the New York fucking Times. that's all right, though. We're going to get his channel back up. Because you can take out a Jason Black's channel, but you still can't kill the fucking movement or the ideology. See, because there ain't no leaders in this movement. The ideology is the movement. You bury the man and you continue the fucking plan. See, and that's what y'all motherfuckers don't, another thing that y'all don't get. Because in that article, it started talking about how Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore are the so-called leaders, and there's only a few thousand people in the ADOS movement. Bitch, you stupid. That ADOS is a bunch of online agitators. Bitch, you stupid. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you stupid. You don't know who you're talking to or what you're talking about. You're doing the bidding of white people. I lump you right in there with a dumbass motherfucking airbag like Candace Owens when you write shit like that. I mean, because we already know ain't nobody got no use for us except when it comes to entertainment, sports, and sex. We already know that. So with that knowledge and with the fact that nobody gives a fuck about us, we turn inward, and we depend on one another. And y'all don't like that either. And when I say y'all, I mean every motherfucking body. White, everybody, because ain't no black-brown coalition, so everybody brown. Most of the people that come from somewhere else and set themselves up here in the United States, seriously, and none of them got no use for us outside of the things I just mentioned. Sometimes they act like they don't understand the sheer advantage they have coming here. You know what I'm saying? When you some fucking wealthy African motherfucker, and you come here and you want to put yourself in the same programs that I'm in, and then go back to your country and act like a fucking king, or you come here from the Caribbean and you already got your degree and they honor the shit here and you can just jump into a motherfucking $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 job that we can't get because we can't handle the college debt, because or jobs that we've been shut out of for decades and decades, and programs that we've been shut out of for decades and decades, and then want to talk shit about how lazy we are. And that brings me to the last point. The last point about us being anti-fucking immigrant. No, we're not anti-immigrant. We're just pro-American descendants of slavery. That's Donald Trump and them, that bullshit. We don't have no power to put nobody out the fucking country. We don't have no power to put nobody out the country. But we ain't no more anti-immigrant than y'all was or are anti-black Americans. Because y'all been anti-black Americans for a whole long time, for a whole lot longer than we've been so-called anti-immigrant. And we're not anti-immigrant, but what group of people in this country has more reason to be anti-immigrant than black Americans? I mean, what other group has more reason to be anti-immigrant than black Americans? We're not anti-immigrant. We're not. Like I said, we don't have no power to put nobody out the country. We just pro-black American. It's like back in the day, motherfuckers used to say if you pro-black, that meant you was anti-white. That's bullshit. We don't hate y'all. We just love our fucking self. Anyway, that's it for now, y'all. I got to go to work. TC, and I'm out.